What's going on? We're at a new spot. As you can see, we're on the Iowa River today. We went up north about 70 miles for this, so hopefully it's pretty good. It's a big old dam, but it's nice and wadeable. So I'm waiting right now. Got potential for smallies, walleye, northern, cats, all that good stuff. So we're gonna get to casting, and we'll see you guys at the jump. All right, I think I'm locked in here. As you can see, we're kind of just waiting. We're throwing this this MEPS to start. Heard there's a lot of northerns in here. Sorry if you can't hear me talk. I should probably get a microphone for future videos. That is a later problem. It is pretty loud here, but fishing seems to be good. I already caught a smallie when I first got here, and I think I had hooked a northern as well, or it was a freaking ginormous smallie. But we're gonna cast this MEPS for a little while. If nothing happens on that, then we're gonna switch to some paddle tails, maybe throw some square bills. I should have brought some spoons, and I should have brought steel leader, but we're just here having fun. But we'll see you guys at the next bit of action, I suppose. My stuff's all the way over the bank, so anytime I want to change out, I gotta work back a ways. But we're gonna keep casting this for a while and see how it goes. Oh, that's a decent smallie. Or is that a largie? Holy smokes. There we go. That's, hold on. Oh my gosh. What the heck? Look at the coloring, it almost looks like a freaking largemouth. I don't know, that's kind of strange. It's got the football shape, but look at the line right there. That's a very interesting color on that smallie, but that's a stout one. Heck yeah. I'm gonna get a picture with this guy, I think. All right, we'll get him back in the water. There he goes. That was an interesting colored one. I don't know if I've ever seen anything like that. What's up, guys? Editing Luke here. So I did some research. I looked into it because that bass kind of bothered me. I'm gonna take a wild guess based on a couple sources, myself included. I just didn't want to say it. I'm pretty sure it's a spotted bass. They're in the Iowa River. They're mostly in Lake McBride, but that's fed by the Iowa River. So I'm gonna take the educated guess and say spotted bass because it had the lateral line and there was breakup. It was just really stacked. It was like a very football-shaped fish, which is typically that of a smallmouth, but spotted bass kind of look like largemouth a little bit. Just the eye, or the mouth doesn't go behind the eye. So we're gonna go with spotted bass, but enough of this. We'll get back to the video. All right, got my stuff. I have my net on me, but it's good to keep the pliers with me too, just in case. Oh, that was a pike. Maybe I can get him to face it again. That was a pike. That was a late strike too. It wasn't very big. That was out of nowhere. Let me see if I can get him to strike again. If he's in the area, I doubt it. Holy shit. That scared the crap out of me. Alright. We're switching over to the square bill. We're going to run an all white. I think it'll go nice in this. It's a little muddier. Right here it's really clear, but up there it's pretty murky. Or not murky, but it's not super high visibility. If this doesn't work, I might switch over to a black. But they seem to be hitting bright colors all right, based on the MEPS. I mean, that was technically silver, but based on the MEPS, and then also before I started recording, I was catching it. I caught that one smallie on a chartreuse kind of swim bait. So we'll throw an all white, see if that works well for us, and yeah, we'll see you at the next fish. Oh, that's first cast of freaking Northern. Holy smokes. He was a decent one too. Alright. I don't know if you guys saw him, but goodness gracious. I thought I got snagged. That was a pretty decent Northern. My goodness. Alright, well, I'll for real see you at the next fish, I suppose. Yeah, I thought I got snagged, but all right, we'll see you at the next fish. Oh my gosh. Whoa. That was like really last second. Holy smokes. Well, that's an interesting catch. It technically doesn't count. I felt him hit it, and then I think he came unhooked and got hooked in the head. First time that's ever happened, really. Well, if you guys remember my first video, I had some happen like that. We're gonna go back in the water right now. I hope he's okay. Yeah, he's fine. He just swam right in my foot. Where I'd get him, and then they'd freaking unhook themselves, and then get hooked in the side. I think that exact thing happened to him, because it didn't. I don't know. It doesn't count, but I'll throw it in there. We got him back. He's safe. He's not hurt. That's what matters. But I felt the tap. But we're going to move on to the next fish. Well, I guess I like the white square bill. But we'll get to it. Holy shit, he just hit right in front. I know you guys saw that. Oh my gosh. That's a decent one. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. He just slammed that right in front. All right, I'm gonna cut the camera and get the hook out. All right, yeah, that's a pretty one. Yeah, I like that guy. He's pretty healthy Smallie, nice color. Oh, I'll give him white. Pretty coloring, but we'll get him back in the water. Yeah, he slammed. I don't know if you guys saw it, but he slammed the thing right in front. But we'll get him right back in here. Whew. Right next to the bank. I went over to the other side and was like, you know what? I didn't cast in that area, so I was like, let's go cast over there for a little bit. And I think I'm gonna work back over there. That's pretty good. Yeah, he's about a 16-inch Smallie. Not too big, not too small. Just kind of an average, healthy guy. But I think, yeah, we'll stick over here for a second. Yeah, it was like right in front here. He just slammed it. But my pliers and stuff were over there, so I just carried him over there by the lip. But that was exciting. I just saw him take a swipe right in front. Hopefully you guys see that on the video. Nope, that's a snag. Hopefully you guys will see that on the video. But yeah, I'll see you guys at the next fish, I suppose. This might be a northern. No, it's just halfway decent. Oh, he broke. No, that was a beautiful fish. Oh, no. That was just a fucking good smallmouth. Dang. I thought that was a northern, how hard that thing was fighting. Alright, well. I gotta relax, man. I just gotta grab the net. I have it on me, but alright, well, that was exciting. We'll see you at the next fish. Alrighty, we're gonna try a little swim bait action for a little while. I caught one on this color earlier. I know it's kind of an odd color. I think it's called like hot firecracker or something. It's in the Mare, which is one of my favorite swim baits, just a 3-incher. Like I said, the one I caught before I started recording was like a 6-inch Smallie, and he swallowed the whole thing. So we're gonna try it out, see if it does well for us. I was gonna say, I didn't get the chance to say this earlier, the water just coming up 70 miles north. I'm about 70 miles north of where I usually fish. Well, north and east. The water is significantly cooler up here. And honestly, I kind of like it. It's still hot outside, but this water is just a little bit cooler, so it makes wading a little bit more comfortable. And I think that's why there's actually northern up here, or one of the reasons. But we're gonna see if we can catch northern today. I might tie on the Meps again. That seem to be attracting the most. Or I got some big swim baits too. I think I got some big swim baits at least. If we catch one, we catch one. I'd like to. It'd be nice, but no steel leaders was a mistake. But if we lose a lure, we lose a lure. But we'll see you guys at the next fish though. No way. That was literally right in front. Oh my gosh. All right. That was literally right in front. All right. Let's get the hook out of this guy. Wow, look at that. Little baby. Get him back in the water though. He's just chilling. He's still right there. I can almost touch him. That was right in front. Oh my gosh. He didn't even hit it that hard. Oh my gosh. He was almost so small that you know how small fish are, holding them, it's always like a little more challenging. It's not as fun. I did not want to get teethed by him, but I guess he liked the color. I mean, they always like flashy stuff, but he just kind of, he didn't even hardly thump that. He just kind of like ate it. And I didn't even have to hardly set the hook. Well, first northern of the day. We'll see if we can make it two, I suppose. God, they're slimy. I want to wash my hands again. But, all right, well, we might stick to this color. That wasn't very long. That didn't take very long at all. I was kind of thinking maybe this color won't work and then I'll probably switch to white, but I think maybe this color might be all right. But we'll see you all at the next fish then, I suppose. Maybe another northern's in the works. If not, hopefully another smallie. There's still walleye in here. It'd be nice to catch a walleye. Wrong time of day and wrong moon phase. Let's catch them. I did just catch one last week that was a freaking giant. If you guys saw my YouTube short, that was nighttime fishing on a new moon. So, but enough yapping. We'll see y'all at the next fish. Oh my gosh. That one's not half bad. It's a little bit bigger. I saw him swirl. All right, let's get the hook out of him. Yeah, little guy. But still, thanks for playing, buddy. Get you back in the water. Look at him, he's just chilling right there. You all right? Yeah, he's good. Well, that's in a very short time frame, 2 little pikes. My hands are all slimy now from them. But we're gonna, I guess, keep that color on. He kind of tore that one up. But yeah, we'll try a new. Yeah, he kind of tore that one up. That one's kind of beyond repair. But we'll get a new mare on and then keep throwing, I suppose. All right. Well, I decided to tie on a new leader because my leader was pretty short, and then I also got a new color swim bait. I know the other one was hitting, but this one is it's a chartreuse white, and they were hitting on the white square bill too. So I figured why not combine both things, and that looks really good in the water. So, but there was a giant pike that surfaced right in front of me, next to my lure. Had me excited. Also, the jig head I switched to is the stronger hooks, just in case. But I'm using 17-pound fluoro. I know that those pike can cut through that like nothing, but we'll see. But hopefully we get back on the small one. Oh my, oh my God.
You could not, I don't even care that I didn't land that. You can't script that. That was insane. I pray y'all saw that. Oh my. I didn't even have time to set the hook. Well, I guess they like that color. All right. I was literally in the middle of saying, hopefully we get back on the smallmouth bite. I don't even care that I didn't land that. That was wild. Yeah, I mean, I'll see. I'm sorry, that threw me for a loop. A lot of fish I haven't landed today, but they were close to landing. So, but I'll see you. Yeah, I guess I'll see you at the next fish. My goodness, this place. Oh, hold on. All right, I'll see you guys in the next fish. There we go. God damn, he just swam himself out of the water. Alright. We'll get the hook out of this guy. Alright, before I get the hook out, look at how much he frickin' swallowed that thing. He ate that. It's a healthy smallie. But we'll get the hook out of him real quick. Alright, let's get this guy back in the water. Yeah, he freaking inhaled that. My goodness. All right. Well, I guess it was the right call to switch to that color. Is my swim bait okay? Yeah, it's fine. Gosh, he inhaled that. Well, on to the next fish, I suppose. That was awesome. All right. So we're switching to actually a jointed shad wrap and fire tiger. Looks pretty good in the water. They're hitting bright colors, so I figured why not try one of the most illuminated colors I have. And it's still got that action. I love a jointed shad wrap, and it's a shallow one, so it's not gonna get snagged every cast. Well, we're gonna throw this for about 10 minutes, and then if not, we'll switch over to a Sexy Shad KBD 1.5 square bill. And if that's not happening, then that might be about it for today. I don't have to go home, but I got all day if I wanted to. But I was thinking about going to the Iowa State Fair today. It's the second to last day. But if the fish keep biting, the fish keep biting. But it's been a little while since the last one, so it might be, the bite might be slowing down. Oh, got snagged. I think I was snagged for a second. But we'll see you guys at the next fish or the lure change, whichever comes first. But yeah, we'll see you then. Oh, we got a pike. And it's a halfway decent one too. Did not fight whatsoever. Holy smokes. Alright, well, I gotta cut the camera to get this guy. Oh my god, what's wrong with his gill? He's got something wrong with his gill. I gotta get him back in the water ASAP. Alright guys, well, I did it all off camera because I was trying to do some work on him. I didn't even notice that. He had some really bad line in his gills. I think the way he swam away, he seemed okay. I should have kept him. Because, I mean, they're good to eat. And, I mean, he was big enough to keep. He was worth keeping. But I don't know. It was tough. It was a tough call. I was getting him in the water to try to revive him. He swam away kind of sideways, but I think it'd be all right. I mean, he was able to attack my lure and hunt that just fine before, and I saw it, and he had that before I caught him. So we're gonna hope the best for him. I should have kept him, but we'll move on, unfortunately. But hey, that's pike number 3. And it was on the fire tiger. But we'll keep doing this for a bit, I guess. We'll see you at the next fish. All right, we're gonna switch over to the kind of sexy shad square bill. See how it's gonna go. We'll catch you at the next fish. Got something nice. Oh, just an okay smallie. That felt a lot bigger than it was. All right, let's get you unhooked. Yeah, nothing huge, but pretty. Get him back in the water. All right, I'll stick around just a little bit longer. Thought it was way bigger. These guys up here fight way harder, and they're a better color. Ones down near me are more green. These are actual true bronze backs up here. But we'll keep it going just for a little longer, I think. See you guys at the next fish. Well, of all the garbage to catch, I'm not mad about catching old fishing line. That northern is a good example of why I don't mind catching it. So stuff like what happened to that northern doesn't happen. But I just accidentally casted a hair too far into the dam, and there was some old line in there. But hey, I cleaned up a little bit of that, of some of the garbage in the river. So I feel a little bit better about myself. Where did that squirrel? Oh no. Ah shit. One of my waders. Is there a hole in them now? Let's test it. Alright, no hole. It just barely stuck them. Well, we'll see you guys in the next fish. It won't be too much longer before I head out, unless I start getting on a freaking awesome bite. But I'll see you guys whether I'm leaving or at the next fish. There we go. That's a decent, I think that might be a decent smallie. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Bank flip. Yeah, that's a decent smallie. All right, let's get the hook out of this guy. He's not that big, but pretty. Yeah. Nice, beautiful little bronze back. Pretty coloring. Gosh, they're such a pretty fish. I love them so much. Yeah, there's a shallow rock spot right there that they like. But we're gonna right back in the water. Heck yeah, man. What a day for smallies. I gotta come back here. This is my first time here. I got told about it by some coworkers. Kind of found it. Well, I found it on a map, and then I asked about it from some coworkers, and they were like, "Yeah, it's pretty good." So we'll definitely come back here. But I'll stick around a little longer, I guess. I think I can manage with that. But we'll see you guys at the next fish.
Well, guys, sorry for not filming an outro down there. I had to go because I had to go to the bathroom, and I don't know this town, so I was looking for a Casey's. But I'm also gonna go to the fair now. But last like 15 minutes wasn't happening. After that last smallmouth, I fished for another 15, didn't catch anything. But what a day! Look at the bass thumb, man. Bass thumb is ridiculous. This is pike marking this, but that's good bass thumb right there. I killed it. That's probably the best, one of the best days of bass fishing I've had all summer, on or off camera. We'll definitely be back there for the fall because I've heard there's good walleye in there too. You know, it's just not midday. But for, let's see, I got there at around 9:45, fished it till about 1:45. I mean, that's for the amount of time I was there, that was quality fishing. Still feel bad about that one pike, but at least I got some line cleaned up from the area, so I feel better about myself. I forgot I snagged a bass technically, but God, real Guggen activities today. But my dad's not gonna be happy about me not keeping that pike. But it was a little skinny, but I think he's gonna be okay. He was just kind of weird, you know. He's gonna be a little. But anyways, glad the video turned out good. Go follow the new Instagram, Powers Outdoors. I'll link it along with my TikTok, Powers_Outdoors, both of them. And yeah, give those a follow, and we'll make another one of these soon. Maybe I might be doing an opening day of Dove video, so a little different from the fishing. But opening day of Dove is less than 2 weeks away, so we might be doing that. But in the meantime, you guys take care, and you have a lovely day.